I have just spent I don't know how many hours in line in the pouring rain at Tiff. I ended up getting a ticket from a nice person that sold it to me. See, here's my ticket. Ticket stub. Oh, it's so rain damaged. It's so bad. Anyways, I followed the movie because of Gact, but I went to see the movie because it's Bunraku. Spoiler alert at this point on, because once I do the scene after I get some sleep, I'm gonna properly review the movie, and it is frickin' awesome. So I'm going to take off my rain ruined makeup and go get some sleep because it is 3:30 in the morning and I need some sleep. So Bunraku is an absolutely amazing movie. I want it to be in theaters again. I don't know if it will end up being in theaters again though. It's one of those, it's not at all like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, but it's similar in the sense that Scott Pilgrim vs. the World was a very different kind of film we saw in the theaters recently. And Bunraku is similar in that sense of being really different from what you typically see in the mainstream movie theaters. Yeah, so it's got this really different vibe to it. The set, the scenery and everything, it reminds me a lot of like an old 20s movie, but it's in color now, and it's pop art color, and it's vibrant, and it doesn't clash as much as you'd be afraid it would. It really goes together really well. The set design is amazing, and it's almost like you're in the world, how the filming's done. It's like, because the sets were like built like you're in this town for each set, I guess it was kind of built like that. So like you get 360 views within one scene of this set, and it's really in-depth and elaborate, and I love the set design for this movie. Really intricate in that way. It's kind of, it plays out like a pop art pop-up book. I don't know if you've had those when you were a kid. It actually even references to it in the movie. Pop-up book does come out, and it's it reminds me of like a new version of Spider-Man. Tell me if you ever get to see the movie if you agree with me, because that's totally what I was thinking. I'm like, oh my god, that's Spider-Man. Anyways, so it's really done like a pop-up book, where the world, like when you're traveling over to different areas, the world kind of builds up and pops out, and kind of that thing, along with the origami kind of design. It's how things are built, and origami is really used in the intro, which was absolutely amazing. If anybody followed the Bunraku blog online, I'll have a link down below if you haven't been. Really great online source for information about Bunraku. They had a link a while ago on the person who was doing the intro. Again, don't know who it is, so put a link to that, I guess, at some point down in the info bar. And it was some sample work that he did. It's totally different from what he did do in that movie. Nothing like that at all. But the intro is amazing. It flows right into the movie. The movie was narrated for the good first half of the movie, I'm gonna think it was, which was interesting. It really, like, it took you by the hand into this totally vastly different world, because humanity's destroyed itself and it's banned stuff to try and protect itself, so there's no more guns. So swords are now in power now. Everybody has swords again, kind of like in feudal Japan times. It's really different world, but yet similar in a way. So they really they take you by the hand and they bring you into this world and they guide you through it so you're not tossed in and swim or die kind of thing in the movie. They really take you by the hand and guide you through it, which is awesome. The acting, amazing. Music, amazing. I'm going to talk about Gact for a little bit now because I started my interest in Bunraku because Gact was in it. And his acting was amazing. I was really surprised. I saw some previous work of his called Moonchild. I don't know if you've seen it. Unless you're looking for a cheesy, old school Japanese vampire film, don't. It's got its funny moments, but don't. So his acting skills in Bunraku were amazing. He is not Gact at all. He is Yoshi. If you're going to watch the film because you like Gact and you want to see Gact in this, don't go expecting to see Gact. Go expecting seeing his character Yoshi, because he does not portray Gact at all. He totally and completely becomes Yoshi, which I was in love with and amazed with. So yay, Gact. Another question, I know a lot of people were wondering if Gact was going to be doing any soundtrack music, and I watched the credits and I saw nothing. I heard nothing. So I'm going to say no, he did not do any soundtrack music, which I was kind of disappointed on. I was kind of looking forward to an ending song for the credit reel or something. There was nothing. So Gact fans, there's no secret Bunraku song out there that we know of yet. Maybe they'll throw it in later, but it's not in the film as of right now, which I think is completed. Other acting, because we were talking about Gact's acting, Killer number 2, his acting was amazing. I loved the accent. The accent was awesome. I love when actors take their characters and make it their own, and they really give it some depth, and I love the accent. The accent just was the cherry on top on that character. Absolutely amazing. Loved it. At the end of the film, they did a Q&A session, which if I see any videos on YouTube for, again, I'll put a link below, or there'll be an annotation on the screen here. Josh mentioned for his character, the Drifter, there's this scene where he portrays his fear of heights, and I love that, another little depth into the character. It was really cool. Really, really neat. I love that. Somebody ended up asking about that, and he mentioned how he was surprised how much was cut out. There was a lot more scenes where he portrayed more of this fear of heights, and that was cut out, because it was their first time seeing it as well. So we saw it for the first time, and they saw it for the first time all together. It was really cool. Yeah, so the movie was really mind-blowing, amazing. The only way you can really describe what kind of movie it is it's Bunraku. It's its own thing. You can't really describe it. It's just Bunraku. So, yeah. I think that's kind of my synopsis. I talked about acting, I talked about music, I talked about how it's like a storybook pop-up. It kind of has some gaming aspects to it. There's this one jailbreaking scene where it's totally done video game style, where Josh the Drifter has to go in and he's killing the guards, and the sound effects are like a game, and then when he finishes killing all the guards, and like an old school 8-bit game, when he finishes, it's got this finishing song, do 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 do. I can't remember exactly what the finishing song was, but I just love that. So it's got a lot of pulp culture in it, and it's Bunraku. So if you followed the movie from the Bunraku blog, or you've heard about it at Tiff and didn't get in, there's still tickets available at Tiff for the Tuesday and Thursday screening. as of last checked last night. It's premiering at another film festival I can't think of the name of, and I'm positive it will at least get DVD, if not more. This film is amazing, and I wish it the best of luck, and hopefully you guys get to see it too, because it is something that just needs to be seen. It can't be described, it just needs to be seen. So if you have any more questions, leave them down below, and I might do another video. I just kind of wanted to get a video up saying, hey, I got to see Bunraku, this is kind of what I thought, this is what I liked about it, and I give it, I don't know, 5 stars for being awesome. But I think I'm a little biased for following it since 2008, so I will talk to you guys later, and see ya. Bye.